sell stuff like that? The video games or something? The reason why I ask is because I have an Atari one downstairs with the games.
Make it stop!
So I wasn't able to go out to any sales on Saturday, but I hit a decent amount on Friday and found some pretty interesting stuff. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video if you want to see the comps for what it's all worth.
Weird, they say, 80%. That always happens.
I know they keep knocking it down.
BattleBots, you're in robotics?
Oh yeah, I love BattleBots.
Oh, well, because my son's on the team screen, and so it's like...
Is that what they do?
There's a team called BattleBots.
Oh, okay.
I thought maybe you came from that group.
Oh no, I just watched the show.
Oh, okay.
It's where they build bots and then they fight them until they like one just blows up or something. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's 15 for all the hot meal.
For all this stuff here?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And we have some cars sold separately.
Okay. Do you have any video games?
No.
No? Okay.
My son doesn't part with those yet.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, that's it. I know that's just this one. This one's older.
Do you sell stuff like that? The video games or something?
Well, I have a basement where I have like all the consoles hooked up because I sold my collection early and now I'm kind of trying to like get it all back. But I also run an eBay, so that way I'm not like a complete hoarder, and some of the stuff I pick up, if I already have it or whatever, I'll sell.
The reason why I ask is because I have an Atari one downstairs with the games, but the console does not work.
Okay.
I had bought it on an auction, and it was a bummer that it didn't work.
Right.
But I didn't know if you're one of those that fix them.
I don't have very much experience fixing like that, but sometimes I try to fix things. I'd be interested potentially. The thing with Atari though is there's not as many people that want it to collect or play, just because I don't know if you remember how they hook up to a TV, but they're like it's like the old rat
television. That was my favorite. I was into Space Armada. Was the
Oh,
game,
okay, right.
And my console went. But I don't want to get rid of games. I would someday like to find the console.
Oh, so you're just trying to get rid of the console?
Yeah, well, yeah, but the Intellivision and the Atari games I would be wanting to get rid of because I'm more interested in getting another console for Intellivision.
Ah, okay.
But we bought this Atari off an auction thinking, oh, that would be cool because they had some games. But I don't know if that's something that you're interested in.
What would you want for the games?
Depends on the games.
Unfortunately, I mean, it would have to be fairly cheap unless you have like boxes and stuff like that, because like I said, there's just not many people out there that have a TV that they even hook up to anymore, unfortunately.
Well, if you're not in a hurry, I can grab what I'm talking about.
I'll look around,
Yeah, and then I'll show you.
Okay.
You might be interested in Atari stuff. See, I was thinking of selling it online because garage sales, sometimes people are like wanting a penny.
Right.
Yeah, well, my Intellivision, I don't want to part with my Intellivision games, but I would like to get another console.
Oh, okay.
The console is broken, but maybe it can be fixed. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I would be willing to get the Atari stuff for you because I'm kind of like, whatever, I'd rather have Intellivision.
Okay.
Are you sure? Okay. All right. I keep forgetting we locked that door.
I don't.
These are late 60s.
Oh, these are okay.
These I had in my farm.
Sorry, we had everything separated, and so I was trying to put it all together.
Oh, you're fine. I appreciate you going and getting it.
Oh, no, you're fine, because I think I was going to work on this over the summer.
Oh, yeah, one of those I'll get to it projects. I know all about those. I got a lot of them myself.
Then you mentioned it, and I was like, well, maybe I should ask this guy. Okay. So, yeah, some of these games, you can take those out. Those are like the original packaging for it. So, sorry, some of these I was looking through, and they're Space Invaders. And see, I wanted it for Space Invaders, but
Right.
yeah, here's some of the games in here.
Okay.
But if you want to take a look at it,
Did you have an idea, like a number in mind at all?
well, if you wanted all that with the games, I'll give you 30.
$30. Sword
The
Quest.
price is 30. Whatever.
Give you the price.
You'll give me 30 to take it.
I
That
mean,
sounds
I'm
a great.
sorry.
That's a great deal.
I'll say 30.
Right. Yeah, I'll do that. That box
and
is
here's
pretty
space.
cool.
Yeah, it's the original box and the packaging. It's just not exactly up to par here. So.
Right.
But we had taken everything out. You know how it is.
Right.
Trying to take it all out. But anyway.
So there's. Well, I don't know. Do I pay you or?
You pay him.
There's 30, and then I've got the one for the GPS there too. 30 and 1. Awesome.
Carmen.
Maybe I can get it working.
Yeah, it'd be your summer project.
It's like the one console I've never played. Honestly, I just never had the chance to. No one I knew had one.
No, I didn't either. I just had Intellivision, and I love Intellivision. I can help you take it
Well, I
to
didn't
the
know
car.
if I could slip that in there, maybe.
Popular one.
Atari was first, then there was
Was
Intellivision.
it first?
Yeah, because when Atari came out, it's just too expensive for us.
Is this? I'm guessing this goes in. Yeah.
Yeah,
looks like that holds
see,
the console
it's for
or
the
something.
console.
Okay.
I figured
Odyssey,
you want it.
that's-
I'll
Yeah,
help
if you could carry that, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I normally like to take chances on some of these old tackle boxes, whether they're the metal ones or the plastic ones like this. If they have lots of shelves and stuff, they can do pretty decent. Most people have them like $20 at the most. You know, a lot of times I find them for $5-10, even with tackle in them. And I know a lot of these old shaker baits and stuff. I don't even know all the jigs. There's some pretty cool stuff in here, and you know, individually they can be pretty good. But they had $50 a piece on both of these, so it would have been $100 for the two. I might have been able to talk them down a little bit. I don't know. Seemed too steep for me. Let me know if I'm crazy, if I should have picked these up. What do you guys think?
Hello. Would you do 10 for everything here?
Sure.
Thank you. You don't happen to have any video games, do you?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Do you have change for a 20?
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
Is there any type of video game you're looking for? Like,
Anything and everything. The newer stuff, the older stuff, whatever you might have.
I might have, I don't know if we have one or two, and I don't know if it wants to be kept, but Nintendo 64.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I'd be interested for sure if you have it.
Yeah, it's at our house. We live over by Burger King, so
Oh,
we'll
okay.
probably be doing a sale here. Well, yeah, if you're interested, if you want to buy, I can go take a look at the box. I gotta ask my significant other before I
Oh,
start
okay.
selling stuff.
I understand. Hello.
How we doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Not a lot of sort of stuff left. But
Yeah?
we started yesterday, man.
I see that.
They about cleaned us out.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it was. We had a great day yesterday. Yeah. And we probably sold 3/4 of everything we had.
Oh, wow. You happen to have any video games?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I haven't had any kids at home for several years.
All right, all right.
They're all, we have 4 boys, and the youngest one is 30 this year, and the oldest one's 40.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they probably took all that stuff by now.
Oh, yeah.
As I'm sitting here editing this, I realize that this one that I pick up and set back down is actually a vintage G.I. Joe. It was in the 50-cent box. I probably should have went ahead and picked it up. It's nothing too crazy or anything like that, but the other Planet of the Apes action figure that I was initially looking at, there was a lot of decent ones that I probably didn't pick up. Let me know if you guys see anything here that I should have picked up. I'm a bit of an action figure noob. That's kind of why I picked these up, because the cost was low enough for me to have a learning experience. So, but take a look, see if there's anything that you would have picked up or any huge money that I left back at the sale.
You have like a little bag or a box or something I can...
Yeah.
I'm picking out a bunch of these quarter toys.
Oh, no problem at all. Yep.
That would be great. Thank you so much. Then we
Keep
can
track
count.
how many you're putting in there.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Oh, no, you're fine. We're up for another hour, a little more.
That driveway is a nice calf workout.
Oh, yeah? And sometimes, if the maps aren't updated very much, they show a road right here that comes straight off of New York. It comes right over here, but it ain't not, they never put it in. And I'm glad they didn't, but, you know. Well, everybody, what people need to do is
just put garage sale with an arrow pointing. You get all the other stuff. Because when you're driving, you can't read that other stuff anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You still got that barbecue grill?
Nope, actually they just picked it up about maybe a half hour ago. They bought it early this morning and just came back and picked it up. Got a smoker left, but not a barbecue grill.
I've got a smoker. I need it.
I just have too many.
That's why I've got a flat top, a regular grill, a smoker, one of the infrared propane turkey fryers.
Yep.
Just so much.
Well, then the kids, I just retired. And the kids, my wife bought me a big Traeger for retirement. So yeah,
that's
that
what
pretty well takes.
Yeah, you're basically good.
Everything except my griddle.
Yeah, I've only had my Traeger for a couple years, and they're nice. They're so much fun. All right, I think I'm ready, and I forgot my count. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
350.
Sounds about right to me.
All right.
There's that. Oop. Forget what my money is. Well, you have change?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And welcome back to the warehouse, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the haul. It was a little bit of a shorter weekend for me. We were celebrating. Both of my boys have basically back-to-back birthdays, so we always just pick one weekend instead of having two different parties. You know, we just pick one weekend and kind of celebrate the whole weekend. So that's what we were doing, and so I only went out Friday to go to sales. But as you can see, it was a fairly fruitful Friday. I think this is about everything. There's a couple more things I left in here. Flight Sim on PC. I don't know if that was a good pickup or not. I always pick up the TMNT VHS, and then once I get a bunch of them, I lot them together. Gremlins, I pick up stuff like that, just like I said, for VHS lots if they're like 25 cents or whatever. But anyways, here's the gooder stuff. So I'll just start with the Atari here. So you probably saw from the footage on the glasses, it was one of those, hey, do you happen to have any video games that you didn't bring out? And she was like, I do have one thing. And she went down into the basement. Got a little dust on there, but she went down to the basement. And I was pretty surprised to see, she mentioned it was an Atari and she bought it at an auction and it didn't work. But she said boxes. She's like, it's still in the box. I have box stuff. And I was like, that piqued my interest. So she brought it up, and I was pretty shocked to see a fairly crispy, I mean, you got to think 1980s. We're talking a 40-year-old box here. It's kind of crazy that it's in this good of condition. So she brought this out. Like the paddles and stuff are still in the cardboard. There's a couple extra pieces of cardboard here that I think everything goes to. Again, she did say that the Atari didn't work, but you know, that could have just been them not getting it to work. It looks like they've got the little bunny ear adapter. What are these? Are these RF still? You know, maybe this itself didn't work, so they just assumed that it didn't work. You know, I'll mess with it, see if I can get it working. But she only wanted 30 bucks, I think, for all this stuff. And as you can see, there was some boxed games. So we got Sword Quest, Earthworld, Phoenix, Galaxian. I'm not exactly sure what the Galaxian Galaga story is, what the differences are. Is Galaga like the spiritual successor to Galaxian? I'm not sure. I was never like a huge Galaxian fan, but Galaga is one of my favorite arcade games of all time. So that was really cool to see. A couple more boxed things here. And then just a bunch of like miscellaneous manuals. So I figured for collectors out there that already have maybe a box and the cartridge, you know, these might be $10 a manual. I haven't like looked up any of them really yet, individual value. But for all that stuff for $30, I figured, hey, I could probably get my money back off of the console box alone, even if I excluded all the peripherals and the console, and just sold the box. You know, there's collectors out there that would definitely want that. I'm not even an Atari fan, and I'm tempted to keep it and just put it up on a shelf because it's, like I said, pretty crispy. You know, that good chance that that's the cleanest Atari box I'll ever come across in the wild. So I was happy to pick that up. You know, I thought that was a reasonable asking price for all of this stuff, and I didn't really want to try to haggle or any lower. I just accepted. So we got Halloween on VHS back there. That's actually a decent little pickup. You know, when you get it for a quarter, it's worth about $10, you know, after fees and everything. It's not going to be a whole lot, but I'll probably just sit it on a shelf, see if I come across any of the other Halloweens or, you know, even just any other old school horror VHSs and do like a lot. Yo, we got the Grogu pancake set, you know, sealed in the box. I don't remember what was on it, but I figured why not take a stab at that. It's nothing too crazy. These guys right here, vintage. I don't know if there's a year on these or not, but these old Army Men bags can actually be pretty good. I'm not seeing a date. Oh, 1998. There we go. 1998 Imperial Toy Corporation. So, you know, 90s sealed Army Men in the bags. This painter's tape usually comes off pretty easily as long as I get it off and don't let it sit on there for too long, so I wasn't too worried about that. $2 a bag, and then I made an offer for all 5 of them. I think I paid like $8 or $6 or something like that since I bought all of them that they had. But I noticed like this one still had the tank in it. This one looks like it's just men, but I'll lot those 2 up, and then I'll probably lot those 3 together. Yeah, vintage Army Men do pretty good, especially still sealed. Over here, almost tripped over my chair, we got the best band in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what people say, Nickelback. Nickelback's good stuff, okay? Quit hating. I didn't even know Nickelback had that many albums, not gonna lie, but I saw them all sitting there. I don't remember what I paid per, but, you know, that's an easy pickup and lot it together, and should be an easy sell. Some vintage, I don't know why I said vintage, they're not, I mean, I guess technically, sure, whatever. Anyways, some old, wrestling ladder match and Bret Hart, the Hitman DVD sets. I ended up paying a little bit less on those, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Some of these can be really good, some of them not so much. And then we got something a little cool. There was one, I think it was like one of the last, if not the last sale I stopped at. He had a box full of action figures, toys and action figures, and I noticed $0.25 a piece was the price on the little sign that he had on the box. So I started digging, and I immediately noticed that there was stuff in there that wasn't all just modern. I did pick out this guy, just on the off chance. I've never even seen Monsters, Inc. toys, but obviously I recognized him, and I thought, you know what, he could be worth it. So for $0.25, why not take a shot? Then I noticed the Toon Squad Space Jam. Why is it not focusing? And what I first noticed is that it doesn't look like LeBron, and I believe the date confirmed that. What does that say? I had it upside down. Yeah, 1996, if you can see it right there. Probably not. Whoa. There it is, 1996 Warner Brothers. So I was like, cool, it's not LeBron, it's actually Michael Jordan, obviously. So big Space Jam fan myself. Yeah. Figured that was worth it for $0.25. We'll see. I haven't really looked up comps on much of this stuff yet. This guy right here is actually 1983, I think. 1988, it's 80-something. RoboCop. This is like a street soldier or something like that. This guy right here, I forget his name, but that's Star Wars. This is this Venkman, I think, from Ghostbusters. So that one's pretty cool. And yeah, I just want to get, obviously, Darth Maul. I just want to get more familiar with action figures, researching, listing, selling, all that stuff. Obviously, the shipping will be easy and everything like that. But I wanted to get a learning experience on action figures, and seeing these guys for $0.25 a piece, and you know, looking at their feet and seeing 90s and 80s, I knew this was a good time to kind of dip my toes in the water and see what happens. So, and then this guy right here looks like he's in timeout. This is actually pretty cool. This is, let's see, it's really faded on his foot, if I can even get it to focus. Use the old trick where you hit your nose. There you go. 1985. What was the Toho? Toho, I believe. 1985 Godzilla. And he actually is cheap as it looked. I almost didn't pick this up because I'm like, this looks like dollar store, you know, crap that I don't even want to buy. And then I got to looking at it. I looked at the feet, luckily, and I noticed that date, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, it does have that cheap old look, but surprisingly, his arms actually articulate. His feet also articulate, and his tail, I'm not going to be able to do that one-handed. There we go. His tail articulates as well. So that was a pretty cool pickup, and upon doing some research, this is the 6-inch version. There's a bigger version that can be worth a decent amount of money, but at $0.25, I did pretty okay on this guy. It's about a $20 bill, just shy of that. So after fees and stuff, you know, I'm probably only going to take home $10 or so. But, you know, from $0.25 to $10, I'll take that all day, every day. So, and then I had to pick these guys up. I'm probably going to give these to my buddy John. It's kind of a inside group joke with my friends. We're big. We're big Land Before Time fans, okay? So I picked those up just to give to my buddy. But yeah, that's it. So it's kind of a fun little, even though it wasn't like the most stuff, this is definitely like a time portal. I don't know. It was just a nice, like, everything here is just a really cool genre and age. So that's it. It was a short weekend. Like I said, took an early weekend to spend time with my kids for their birthdays. And had a good time, so I'll be back at it in full force next weekend. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please show the video some love. And don't forget, ring that bell. Make sure you don't miss any more future content. I love you. Bye-bye.